Hello and welcome to SportsWomenConnect. My name is Regina, your host. On SportsWomenConnect, we talk to girls, women and sports well-wishers to share ideas, experiences and aspirations for women in sport. Today we'll talk about protection of female athletes during training and competition in Uganda with Miss Susan Laka. Susan, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Regina. By the name is Lake Susan from Uganda Athletics Federation.
And what is
nice
your position?
Meeting you.
You too?
I'm an administrator.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you involved in sport? And at what point did you decide, I want to be involved in sport?
My involvement in sports, definitely. At one point, I was just a fan of sport. And
not even an athlete?
No, I've not been an athlete.
Okay.
But I've been a fan maker of sport.
Okay.
And I would love so much where sports
was.
I just make sure myself is there. And I always avail myself in time. Okay. And I do the fun that it takes me there. And then I go back home.
You go back home?
Yeah.
So from primary school, you never played any sport?
I did. Yeah. I used to play netball. I tried running. By then we would come to Lugogo there. I was still at St. Jude Primary School. Okay. But then I found out that I could not make it.
You could not make it for the Olympics. You could not make it for the Commonwealth. And you said,
no.
Now I'll join the cheering squad.
Yes. Okay. So I would only go to support. That's all. Okay. Yeah.
Then later
I got the inspiration. And then definitely, just as they say, no man knows where the future belongs. So I just found myself also working with the sport federation.
No training, no nothing. You just woke up and you said, I'm going to join a sports federation.
I applied. Yeah, I applied and I did an interview. Okay. And I passed for the interview and I was called for a job. And as I did the job, as I continue working, and most of the times when they organize trials, they organize anything concerning athletic sports, I get involved, and without missing, I make sure that myself, I am there. And by that I started
and you're running around.
Yes, running around, cheering. And by that I learned a lot of things in athletics. Okay. Then I started learning the names of athletes one by one, slowly, the coaches, just like that. And then, just as they say, one by one makes
a bundle.
So there I am.
Here you are, talking only sport. Susan, what are some of the general principles for protecting female athletes?
Basically, as Uganda Athletics Federation, we have key principles which covers on the side of the women and also on the side of the men, because they're all athletes. Yes. We have got to protect both the two parties. Yeah. For the female, when it comes to the physical injuries, we have a female physiotherapist who takes care of them. And then, like when our athletes, the female, are taken outside, they go also with the one of our coach who is in charge of the female. And then a physiotherapist will be in charge of injury. And then also we have the chaperone who is a mentor to the athletes. Yeah, and by that I hope the federation is on a good move.
It's not by the fact that they are trying as much as possible to have female administrators helping female athletes. Yeah, that's a very good move. Yes. Which other general principle are you looking at as a federation?
We have also we have started career guidance. Okay. Yeah, we call it it is a CAD.
Okay, what is CAD?
CAD is a career advanced guidance for the athletes. Okay. Yeah. So in this and counseling, so it involves a lot of mentoring of the athletes, and that one, all the coaches are also involved. Everyone is involved in that field, because we have got different categories of athletes. They come from different places. This one is from Gulu, this one comes from Eastern, Kapshora, and they have got different characters. People have got different kind of behavior. So when they come, and we need to at least you have to share with them, not to bridge the gap between an athlete and the administrator, between an athlete and the coach. No, we are trying to bring all the athletes to feel at home.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to associate with them. We find deep inside them the challenges that they do face, and we try to groom them up so that they be open.
Okay.
And they could speak in public. Just as you know, most of our athletes, when someone has won a goal, you find they've taken maybe State House,
and they can't speak.
They can't speak. So through that career guidance and development, we are trying to bring our athletes up so that they can speak up and they can be open to the public without fear. That is what we are trying. We mentor them.
Mentorship is very important, because I know that most of the female athletes that I know, along the way they just fall off, and you try to find out where are they, and they're nowhere to be seen. So I think that is a good move by the federation.
Yes.
What other aspects of or principles are you basing on?
And also we have got a move that we set a safe training environment for the athletes.
Safe training environment.
Yes. And for us as the federation, we take that as the best for the standard of Uganda, though it is not, but we know that is what we can.
It's a basic.
It is a basic that Uganda can afford.
Creating a safe training environment for the athletes.
Yeah. Currently we have got Namboli, which is safe for the female athletes.
Because there are different changing rooms for the athletes, for boys and for the males and the females.
There are lavatories for them. For instance, when the female are not in good terms, and they can go and...
Menstrual cycle is what you want to say.
Automatically, that one. So they have a safe environment. Someone just go peacefully and come back and you run.
Okay.
Yes. When you feel like you need...
But that is just one. That is just one environment. But we have schools, we have clubs. What steps are being put in place to also address that safe playing environment? Because I know athletics starts in schools.
Yes.
What measures are in place to address that issue at that level, school level?
At the school level, we have, so far we have very many clubs handling athletics.
Okay.
Yeah. Those clubs are affiliated to UAF.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Gombe SS is one of the school. We have Kakira, Sugar Works, and they're also affiliated to UAF, and then prisons with the schools under it, police, very many of them, standard high school. So all these schools and all the other clubs, they come together. But under that, there are coaches.
Okay.
And the coaches are the ones responsible of grooming up these athletes.
Yes.
And then also still, we have the empowering movement that is going on, that is none other than TBAG.
Okay.
I believe you have ever heard on that, which is empowering the young girls in sports.
Okay.
Yeah. So they go on running every
TBAG?
school. TBAG is Taban. I mean, it is a Taban Banners Athletics Club.
Okay.
Yeah. It is being run by
a former athlete.
The former athletes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them are still active. Yeah, like that.
That is good.
Yes. So by that, a lot of things is being done, and they do provide even the athletes with those sanitary pads. They provide the athletes with the running kits. They provide the athletes with these bikes. Okay. So and then they keep on mentoring the athletes, taking them for sports, many things. Yeah. Okay. So by that, the level that the athletes, they start from the schools and they come to the national level. They come when they are trained up. Okay. And they know
for you're waiting for the finished product at the national level.
Not that waiting for the finished product. Yeah, we have also got our role to do.
Yes.
Yeah, because not everyone is finished. Not everyone is a finished product. Yeah.
Yes.
Some may come when they are raw, some may come when, definitely they are finished.
Yes.
Then you also will come.
Yes.
Yeah, because athletics covers all regions.
Yes.
Yeah, and then T-Bucks may not be in position to go all over every season, but they do that every year. And then you find that there are some who are there, maybe from northern, maybe from eastern, or even within the central, who are there, but they are not yet ripe. So you have got to also make that person ripe. You see,
ripe for harvest.
Yes. Yeah, you have to bring them, and so when they are ripe for the harvest, when you take them, they
are also proud.
Yes.
Susan, as an administrator in Uganda Athletics Federation, what is your position on sexual harassment within athletics?
On the side of sexual harassment, me on my side, I can say this, that in Uganda Athletics Federation, I've heard of that case once. One case? Yeah. It happened once, some years back, around 2015, 2016 there. Yes. Around alongside that. That is a very short while back. It's only 2 years back. Yeah, in between that. I can't remember all, but I know about it, that it happened to the federations where a coach tried to harass an athlete. Harassed? Yes. Oh, tried. He tried. He tried. Yeah. Okay. He tried, but when it was taken to the court, it was said he harassed the athletes. So he was found guilty? Yes, he was found guilty of sexual harassment. Yeah, and the federation took action on that, and even after now, the man is still He's serving his punishment. Yes. Okay. So by that, that was sorted out, and for instance now, so far we had nothing concerning that incident. So because of the punitive action that was taken by the federation, you've not had the same happen again? Yes. And you don't think it will happen again in the future, or you're putting measures in place to make sure it doesn't happen again? Yeah. To us as the federations, we tried our best. And because now we have involved very many things, just as I told you about the career guidance and counseling, that is on, and then the U-turn chaplaincy, and what then the U-turn chaplaincy is the federation has already got the team chaplain. We have Pastor Haley, who is based in USA, in UK. Is the one that handles most of the spiritual well-being of the athletes. Spiritual battles. Yes, of the athletes. Okay. So in most cases, just as they say, that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Yes. Uganda Athletics Federation is spearheaded by a president who is a born-again Christian. And he is a man who fears God. And then most of our athletes are also born-again. And even those who are not yet born-again, they are also deep-rooted where they are. Be it he's a Muslim or he's a Catholic. Yeah, that is what we are trying to make sure that they really do that they practice the religious morals of their faith to the standard. Yeah, so, and by that we also educate them of the do's and the don'ts. One by one, and then you find them catching up. Then through the career guidance, we do counsel them. We counsel both the female on how to handle life. Now, for instance, we started a topic which covers about life investment, whereby an athlete who has crossed the country, yes, we do bring you on board, and we ask you, so far you have traveled in China, you have traveled in Italy, wherever you have gone. Figure. Yes, yeah, you have made money. That money you have made, what have you done with it? Yes. Yeah, some of these athletes, they may not be having that mindset of setting maybe an investment, of doing something for the future. But now, through the career guidance, we are focusing at the way how athletes, after running now, after maybe
when
now
the curtain goes down,
yes,
and
you can't do more.
For example, Usain Bolt already hung his boots, but he has made his investment.
Yes,
that is the angle you want to.
We want, You want, for instance, now, like our Kiprotich, he has now done a lot. He has invested. Even if tomorrow the energy for running is off, he will not regret.
His life will go on.
He will never beg from anyone.
But what got you to that point? Because I know it wasn't happening before. What got you to that point to realize that, you know what, our athletes need to be taken through life investment skills? It
is through a number of coaches coming up and all the other leaders, the executives of the federations, looking at the past reference where we had the athletes in the past, like Joanna Kibwa and all the others, they through their achievements, but still you find that they have not done much. And even by then, during their regime, even if someone has run, they don't support them financially. Just as these days, whereby if you happen to win a medal,
there is a financial implication for it.
You're going to for a championship somewhere, you facilitated, but those days, they will give you, but it cannot make you invest.
It wasn't enough.
Yes, it wasn't enough. So by that, it made us to come, because we had got very many veterans. And when you look down, for sure you'll just say, at least that's why they had to say, let's sit down and find a way so that in future we do not regret. Our athletes to become role models for our country. That's
by the time they step on the plane to go and represent the country. I know that you're preparing the team for Commonwealth Games now, which are due in a few months. And I'm sure you are saying, we want goldie, we want gold.
For sure.
So, no, I like the angle you're taking of life investment skills. It's very good. Now, how can other federations or clubs ensure safe environments for their athletes, especially female athletes?
The female athletes. All the other federations, one thing what I can advise also is that they need to look for a safer environment for training the female athletes, and also to put in place a female coach that will be in place to nurture these female athletes, because without a female mentor, an athlete for sure cannot relate with a male longer.
Most of the time they fall prey.
Someone may feel like me and you, Regina, I may feel we are peaceful, I can share with you my issues, I can share with you what I'm facing, the challenges all, but with a male, for sure I may fear. Susan,
you've talked about female athletes. In your opinion, what can be considered as sexual harassment?
Sexual harassment?
Yes.
Sexual harassment is a scenario whereby a male counterpart or a female counterpart comes in and force you into sex. Or someone does something intentionally to pull you from your direction to make sure that you're attracted to what he desires.
For example? Just give some examples.
For example, I'm an administrator in the office. I'm a female. Then I see an athlete who is superior, handsome, handsome. Then I start, maybe I start one by one by first of all taking you outing. Then when I reach there, I start changing the scenario. Are you married? You what? You know, you see. Tomorrow you want a visa. Then you want a passport. I have the passport in the office. Then I say, okay, before this you have to first do this for me. Then I will what? Allow you to travel. Such kind of things. So which are not really good, as in sport management. And for the sake of athletics, being a body spearheaded by born-again president.
Based on Christian values.
On Christian values. And most of the coaches are all Christians. They fear God, even the administrators.
No, but the devil can sway you. I mean, sometimes they said the devil, where God dwells, the devil does dwell too. So I don't know. I'm looking at a scenario where maybe it's also an athlete who says, because I want to travel, I'm going to get close to the. I mean, it's two-way. It's a delicate kind of scenario, but it happens. It happens. What do you think should be done to do you have measures in place to kind of curb that scenario, to curb those circumstances happening?
Yes, we have that, because one thing before I go to handle that point is that, you see, with sexual harassment, it is also very difficult to know that so-and-so is being harassed. You see, when the person has not come on board to declare it out. Okay. So how we are trying to handle it is through using the career guidance, because in that career guidance, the athletes are very open. They can tell you, you know, last time I came to the office, I wanted this, and ABCD happens. You see, then by that you get to know. I came to the office, I was told this, and it wasn't good. I felt off. Yeah. So then through that career guidance, you get to know what to do and what not to do. So the key things that we propose as a federation for these athletes, and to also take good care of them, to handle the case of sexual harassment, is, first of all, as coaches, as administrators, everyone, even the executives of the federation, is first of all to respect ourselves and respect the athletes. Yes. Because these are like our children. Yes. They are our own blood. They are the seed of this nation. And
but you've had cases.
Yes.
Both ways. Officials, coaches, athletes, you know, both ways. How have you handled them? I'm sure you've had cases that have crossed that line.
You go straight an open way and you discuss with an athlete. I've got scenarios whereby athletes come and tell you, you know, I encountered this with my boyfriend, and yet I was supposed to go and run here. Even the money I made in this country, I came and he borrowed, he has not yet refunded.
He has not refunded.
Yeah. So in that, in case of that, you call an athlete and talk to the athletes. You advise her. Maybe you open a bank account where you what?
Deposit your
money.
Your savings.
And it is not you, a lady, to always be giving out your finances to a fellow what? Male. Yeah? Yes, if you are all athletes or is a coach, you need not to use your money. Yes. Yeah, because you're running for the future. Yeah. Then also we do encourage them, please, beside your what, your talent, also continue with further studies, because these athletes, they have got opportunities to study. Yes. And by studying, you find that they get a lot and they learn a lot from school in their various institutions. And in future, no one knows where they will be. You find they are the ones heading federations. Yeah.
Okay. What advice do you have for fellow administrators, coaches, and officials concerning sexual harassment of female athletes during training and competitions, or the other way around?
And to me, what I can say is that all the bodies, they have to respect the athletes. They are not supposed to involve themselves in sexual harassment with the athletes.
Or they're not supposed to involve themselves with athletes at all?
Yes.
Or but they are working with them?
Yes.
On a daily basis?
Yes. Because now it is very difficult for a male coach to approach a female coach these days. Because when we take our athletes to the camp, like Kapshora, you find there is a female coach. And the female coach is the one in charge of the female athletes. And then when it comes to the side of the male, there is a male coach for them. Okay. You see? So that there is a gap in between the two parties. Yes. So by that is the only way out. We are trying to dismantle that completely. And also, athletes, we have a biodata form that athletes before every club, every school, every every federation that is giving out their athletes to the federation, they first sign a biodata form, whereby it also, and besides that data form, we have the details of the athletes, the background and everything. And then also beside that, we have got athletes also a data form, whereby they fill in, and there is a rules and regulations where they sign the do's and don'ts that the federation, and it has all those concerning the sexual harassment, all those roles and objectives are there. Whereby,
and for example, if a female athlete feels they're being abused, what steps should they take?
The first step is to report. Yes.
To who?
We have,
because an athlete will say, I don't know who to go to.
We have got the female coaches so far. We have very many of them now.
Yes.
We have female administrator.
Yes.
I am one of them, and I do mentor the athletes.
Yes.
Yeah. So they find much freedom. Yeah. To expose out everything concerning their lives.
So report is number one.
Yes, to report. Because in the first place, once someone has come on board that this is ABCD, it is the best way forward. Then you take the action. Yeah.
Based on the information you've received.
Yes, they have received.
Okay. Susan, if you had one wish for girls and women in sports in general, what would that wish be?
I would wish the girls and the women, the first step is they should respect themselves. They should know who they are. Because, and also to one thing what I advise them, that they should respect the coaches. They should respect every superior around them. And also to dress decently. The fact that we are a sport fraternity, it doesn't imply that you should now walk with only your nika in everywhere you go, or dress the way you want.
Does that happen in athletics?
No. We have got to have at least a decent kind of dress code. Yes. After running, we come and we dress back, we change ourselves, we be smart. Yes, we talk in a good way.
Yes.
For instance, you're running, a coach maybe has come, is trying to touch you. Yeah? You have to know. Yeah? Also, when you have that self-defense in you, the self-control, you be able to detect that this is
a bad touch.
Yes.
This is a wrong touch.
Yes, you need to know. You have to ask God for that wisdom, by the way. Yeah? And that wisdom will help you to overcome such kind of cases. Other than you, when someone touch you, they touch you, bums, you're there smiling. Yeah, you still go back. Yeah? They come, they say a nice hair, they touch your breast, you still, hey, yeah. No, that's not the way. Yeah, self-control. Self-esteem is the best way. And also to be disciplined.
Yes.
Yeah. When you are a disciplined person, you're a disciplined athlete, also you receive blessings.
Yes.
Because when you go out there, people are free of you. Wherever you go, you leave there a mark, which is good.
A good name.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, and also I advise, I would say the young girls and the female, to be transparent.
Yes.
Yeah. Be transparent to your coaches. Be transparent to the female coaches. Be transparent to everyone around you. Be positive to yourself. Yeah. Than being negative to yourself. Sometimes when you're negative, it makes even you to fail performing.
Okay.
What?
Due to time constraints, we cannot exhaust our discussion on sexual harassment and abuse for women in sport today. We'll dedicate several episodes to talk about this ugly vice within the different sporting codes. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, goodbye.